What's up, everyone? Tim Almylum Jr. here with Milam Asylum Alcohol. Today I am bringing to you another gin flavor. Or another gin. Sorry, not flavor. I guess it would be a flavor. It's a different gin. I didn't do justice very good on Aviation gin, so I wanted to give a little side by side comparison to do Aviation gin a, a justice. Uh, I gave Aviation Gin a 7.2. Kind of a middle of the road. I gave it with try not to be biased on who owns the company. Um, but anyways, so I'm bringing to you another Oregon gin, another uh, Oregon gin. This one here is produced in Bend, Oregon, and this is your Crater Lake handcrafted American gin. So this one is distilled from corn and handpicked wild juniper berries. This one is a 95 proof. Aviation gin was an 84 proof. Okay. This one is a 91 point scale for Tasting Panel magazine. Aviation gin had a 97 point. Okay. So 97. So Aviation gin scored higher in flavor and taste test. The Crater Lake, they produce some very high quality product as far as whiskey and raw or vodka goes. The vodka is virtually like water. You can't smell it. It has hardly any burn. I also think it's a 95 proof or something like that. But it's deadly. It has no flavor. It has no smell. You could literally drink and drive and not know you were drink. No, you're drinking and driving because you're swerving all over the fucking road. But my point is if you had a couple shots, nobody's gonna smell alcohol on you. They filter it through volcanic rock, and I'm wondering if they do the same with all of their alcohol. I'm not entirely sure. But anyways, Aviation gin, because I didn't give you guys the details because the bottle didn't um, doesn't give you any of the information, and I didn't really do a whole lot of research on it. I just know that the ones who originally created the company were Kevin and Ryan, and it's made with juniper, lavender, sweet and bitter orange peel, cardamom, coriander, Indian sarsaparilla, and anise seed. Okay. Well, quote, I've tried every gin on the planet, and Aviation is, hands down, the best. Also, I don't recommend trying every gin on the planet. Stick to this one. Unquote. That is Ryan Reynolds' quote for his own company. So I'm wondering, he's had a bunch of gins and he tried this one. He's like, oh, it's amazing. I wonder if I can buy it. Maybe that's what he did. Now, this Crater Lake gin, this is batch 549. So, as you can tell, this is still very low for produce. So I'm going to read it because you can't read it in this clear, dark bottle. It says Crater Lake. Gin is a return to the roots of American gin. It's crafted with pure Cascade Mountain water and infused with wild Oregon juniper berries. this one didn't. The Aviation didn't say they were. Didn't specify what juniper. Hand-picked in the heart of the world's largest western juniper forest. Crater Lake Gin has a crisp character with a singular flavor that mixes effortlessly with cocktails. It's a favorite of bartenders who enjoy a gin that doesn't get in the way of making great drinks. Enjoy this exceptional American gin. Jim Bendis, founder, Ben Distilleries. Bendy? Oh, that's funny. He combined it, his last name, Bendis, with Stillery. So, bendistillery.com. So anyways, this guy seems to love what he does and he takes pride in it. Very, very much so. I mean, you'd have to when you come up with a clever Ben Distillery. All right. 91 points in the taste, 549th batch. Now, these guys did something that, that I disagree with 100% heartedly. And that is, allow me to show you where they went wrong. They corked it, right? They put a cork lid in here. But it's rubber. So rubber fucking cork. Yeah, you guys can't really see that very well, but anyways, that's come on. All right. I'm gonna kind of go head to head here because I want to like get a good side by side comparison. 7.2 Aviation. Okay. Now, see here, all I can smell is isopropyl alcohol, which in a lot of ways tells me that I'm going to be drinking something cheap, right? Because that's typically your dead giveaway on alcohol that tastes like dog shit. That when you're just turning 21 or you're underage, you drink cheap alcohol. Why? I mean, not cheap as in like purchasing cheap, because you can get good alcohol that's cheap. But for some reason, as kids, when we would drink underage or into adults, we would just buy shitty alcohol. You know what I mean? We wouldn't even buy like good alcohol that was cheap. So the isopropyl smell kind of is an indication that you aren't getting a good quality, and that's very rare with Crater Lake, especially with their other brands because they are really fucking good. I'm gonna go ahead and I smelled this. This is isopropyl. I'm gonna re-smell this one and kind of give you side by side. I'm not gonna do a whole lot of gins because unless you guys recommend a gin to me, this one is by far one of the best flavored gins out there, according to magazines and other things. And then this one is a 91. So it's also very high, okay? So that being said, these two are pretty much about neck and neck for top dog. So I'm going to kind of do a top dog score here. Like, who is the better? Okay. I went through the gins. I tried to find point values on, but anyways. See, I do get some isopropyl here, but I get juniper with it. And that was the word I couldn't remember last time. Okay. So now, taste test. Nah, I just remember this one just straight fired me. Okay, so this one's warm as fuck as well, and it does not have that heavy juniper flavor either. This flavor does linger in my mouth a little bit longer, and it doesn't have a bunch of other flavors in it, according to like this one does. This one's got juniper, lavender, orange peel, cardamom, coriander, sarsaparilla, anise to get this flavor. This one is just straight fucking juniper. I mean, it doesn't. I mean, that's all it says it fucking has in here. It's distilled from corn, and I don't know what this is distilled from. But anyway, so we're going. This is like they're like Oregon. This is like spices from around the world. Okay. So I got a burn, but as far as the flavor goes, I actually enjoy this flavor. It's actually not bad at all, and it would be more tolerable if I didn't have that heavy, straight burn coming through. We're gonna go ahead and do Aviation, just to kind of so I can give side by side and remember. Then I will give you an official score. This one, I remember it hurt when I drank it. So, and the watering it down didn't help it at all. So, okay. So this one is sweet. I can now taste the lavender in it and the juniper. And it's really warm. All right. Well, okay. Since I went 7.2, this motherfucker. Fuck me. Okay. Whew. Damn. They're actually fucking good. They're neck and neck. I'm gonna give this guy I'm gonna give it a 7.1. I'm gonna drop it 1 point below Aviation because it's not better and it's not worse. I'm not a gin drinker. I went to one of the two of the highest points that I could find, as far as the gin goes. So 7.2, 7.1. 7.1, Crater Lake Gin. If anyone wants to, and this isn't a low score, you guys. This is just because I don't drink gin, and this is kind of a high score, and it has nothing to do with because I don't like it. This is a middle of the road because I don't do gin. So if you were to do comparison on gin alone, these would be in the nines. Let's just nine. Let's say 9. Let's say 9.2, 9.1. You know, that's how we would do it. But I'm more of a flavor guy, and that's more of my channel is doing things that you guys want to know about. Anyways, so if you're gin drinkers, these are the two I recommend. You're not going to go wrong with either of them. Crater Lake was $23, I want to say. $23, $24. This was $27 and some change. Online, you could probably find both of these a lot cheaper or more expensive. Anyways, that's a review. Thanks for tuning in. And fuck off.